the news, Madagascar minister swings for 12 hours after helicopter crashes at sea. Reps pass 17.126 trillion budget for 2022. Oil debt, Sri Lanka plans to pay off Iran with tea. Details coming up shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Rose Audu, and this is TOS News 360. A government minister in Madagascar has said he swam for 12 hours to safety after his helicopter crashed at sea during a rescue mission. Another security official traveling with him in the helicopter also survived the crash. The team had been flying to inspect the site of a shipwreck in the northeast of the country on Monday night. The International Monetary Fund will start discussions next month on an extended credit facility with Mozambique. The fund said on Tuesday its first potential program with the country since suspending support in 2016. That year, Mozambique unveiled hefty state-backed borrowing it had previously failed to disclose in a $2 billion corruption scandal that prompted donors to cut off aid and sparked a currency collapse and debt crisis. Nigeria's House of Representatives on Tuesday passed a 2022 budget of 17.126 trillion against the 16.39 trillion sum presented by the president. While the major capital recurrent debt, service or statutory transfers remain untouched, the House made provision for an increase by 400 billion naira for agencies that came forward with financial reports which were not captured in the proposed budget, such as INEC, Ministries of Humanitarian Affairs, the National Assembly, and more. The federal government has declared Monday 27th, Tuesday 28th December 2021, and Monday 3rd January 2022 as public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day celebrations, respectively. Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, felicitates with Christians and all Nigerians at home and in the diaspora on this year's Christmas and New Year celebrations. The governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, has said that the President, Muhammadu Buhari, will live in Kaduna State after the end of his tenure in 2023. The Kaduna State governor made the announcement on Tuesday while briefing State House correspondents after he met with the President. This is your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television, and you're watching TOS News 360. More national, global, business, and sports stories when we return. Just stay with us. Welcome back. The kidnappers of two Islamic clerics at Ayatollah in Yewa North local government area of Ogun State have freed their victims after collecting 2.2 million naira as ransom. The kidnappers had abducted the clerics in front of their house shortly after they arrived from a public lecture on Saturday. And moving on to the international scene, as many as 100 people are feared missing after a landslide at a jade mine in Myanmar. Rescue teams are desperately searching for people in a nearby lake, with most victims believed to be illegal miners. According to a government minister, Ramesh Paterana, Sri Lanka plans to settle a debt for past oil imports from Iran by paying it off in tea. Ramesh said his country hoped to send $5 million worth of tea to Iran each month to clear a $251 million debt. Sri Lanka is experiencing severe debt and foreign exchange crisis, which has been made worse by the loss of tourist income during the coronavirus pandemic. Business. Nigeria's economy has lost 499.32 billion naira to the shutdown of Twitter since it came into effect on June 4, 2021. According to the net blog cost of shutdown 2, Nigeria's economy loses $104.02 million, an equivalent of $250,600 every hour to the ban on Twitter. It has been 4,800 hours since the social networking site was blocked. And in sports, Barcelona coach Xavi Hernandez is happy with his team's performance as Barcelona came away with a point from Sevilla after an entertaining 1-1 draw on Tuesday. The Spanish professional football manager felt his side should have taken all 3 points home from the Ramon Sanchez Peugeot Stadium instead of just the one earned from the 1-1 draw. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com.